Coming in at number 10, we have Robot Takeover. The Simpsons was constantly doing social commentary and references to movies and other forms of media, so it should be no surprise that they had an episode that was very much in the vein of Jurassic Park meets Terminator. The family goes to visit the brand new Itchy and Scratchy Land, and while they're there, the robots go rogue and try to kill everyone in the park. Obviously, the family manages to make it out with all their pieces intact. Now, could this robot takeover be around the corner? We have more automation in parts of our lives than ever before. I mean, the cars are self-driving now. With the global pandemic happening, it would seem that the push to have automation more available is coming even faster. So we're gonna have more versions of robots everywhere, which would make the world ripe for a robot takeover in 2021. Coming in at number 9, we find out the government is run by aliens. Oh my god, David Icke would love this so much. That angry Brit loves to come on TV and tell everyone that aliens have been running the show the whole time. Not to mention Alex Jones. That guy would have a field day and people would elect him as the new leader of the free world. Well, let's stick to the motif of the Treehouse of Horror, but there is one memorable episode where Homer reveals that the two candidates who are running for president are actually aliens, and it is of course Kang and Kodo. I don't know why those two have so much of an obsession over Earth. They have the whole galaxy to explore. Well, it has been speculated for a long time that the whole government is actually run by lizard people. Now, I'm not saying that I believe in this, but I'm just saying that people have been talking about it a lot, and some people believe this so wholeheartedly they will fight over it. Well, The Simpsons predicted it, so I would say it has a better chance of being real than not being real. We're also finishing up an election, so this theory kind of lines up. And guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and stick around for the whole list because I'm going to be shouting out some people from my Instagram. If you want me to give you a shout out, you can hit me up through the gram. Coming in at number 8, we have Big Ben Goes Digital. I don't know if you know this about Big Ben, but it is under repairs right now. And although it would be nice to keep the big old clock working like its old analog self, maybe it's time to upgrade. Maybe changing the clock into a whole digital style would bring a bunch of people to come check out the new upgrades. And honestly, if this was to happen, it would be an engineering marvel. To be able to completely transform Big Ben into something that looks high-tech and futuristic would blow people's minds, but at the same time, you would be losing a piece of history. But The Simpsons has called it, so sooner or later, this Big Ben Tower will be getting a facelift so it can keep up with the modern era. Coming in at number 7, we have holographic mail. Now, The Simpsons definitely isn't the first form of media to predict holograms, and they won't be the last, but they have showcased some future tech of holograms, and it would seem that this tech is right on the horizon. A few years ago, Microsoft showcased some augmented reality tech. They showed Minecraft just appearing on a table, and it was mind-blowing. On top of that, there's the new Cube Wall in South Korea.
This huge 80 by 20 meter wave trapped inside what appears to be an aquarium is a public art installation displayed on South Korea's biggest digital billboard.
That is so insane. You could have a full-on 3D representation of people in your home if you had something like that in your living room. The only scary part about this would be someone sending unsolicited nudes through one of these bad boys. It would be pretty horrifying to have a 6-foot 3D penis just show up in your house from an unknown stranger who sent it via a blocked number. And if you don't think that's going to happen, then you have too much faith in humanity. I'm waiting for someone to hack that cube wall to show something perverted to thousands of people. Next on the list, we have mind control through music. I mean, the list has been so cheerful so far, so why not keep down the road of all these happy thoughts? I don't know if you guys remember, but there's an episode of The Simpsons where Bart becomes one of the faces of the biggest pop band in America. Screaming teens are in love with them, and it seems like everything's going to finally play out for The Simpsons perfectly. That's until it's revealed that the reason that people love the music so much is because the CIA has been using it to control people's minds. Now, it has been speculated that the CIA has been up to this for a long time. I mean, we don't have to bring up the dirty details with MK Ultra, but we all know that the CIA would love to find a way to control people's minds. And we all know some stupid catchy song that got stuck in our head that we can never get rid of. On top of this, being a sound engineer is a real thing. People know how to make beats that will drive people crazy. But in that episode, the reason that the CIA wants to get into everyone's head is because they're actually trying to convince people to join the Navy. I mean, it's been so long since the NSA slip-up that I feel like we're due for another government leak. Coming in at number 5, we have faster travel. We're going back to Elon Musk for this one. He has been working on a Hyperloop for quite some time, and it looks like this thing is going to be ready very soon, and some countries are eager to buy this. This form of travel could change the world. Let me put it this way. If you were to drive from Toronto to Montreal, then it would take somewhere around 5 to 6 hours. But if you were going to take the Hyperloop, you would be able to get to Montreal in 45 minutes. You wouldn't even be able to finish an episode of The Mandalorian before you were already in French Canada saying bonjour and munching enough poutine to slow your bowel movements down to a halt. But why would this be dark? Well, for one, if you got stuck in the Hyperloop, it would mean that you were stuck underground for who knows how long, and it would also kill the airlines. And now, even though I would be happy to see some of the airlines go because they have horrible service, it would mean a lot of lost jobs. Maybe all those people could become Hyperloop employees. I don't know. Coming in at number 4, we have the merging of all networks. Now, I don't know if we'll see all networks get sucked into one, but there have been a lot of acquisitions over the last few years. Disney is out buying up any property that gives its viewers the slightest hint of nostalgia, and a lot of networks are in dire strait right now because the ability to make content has been halted thanks to a global pandemic. So we could see a lot of big networks go out of business or come close to bankruptcy. They might try to save themselves by merging into one massive entity. We see this on one episode of The Simpsons where we get a glimpse into the future, and the major news network has become CNNBCBS, a division of ABC. Now, why would this be spooky? Well, it's already hard to get the facts from major news sources. All they really care about is ratings. It seems like journalistic integrity is out the window. Now, what would the world look like if one major face had a monopoly on news? That wouldn't be a pretty world to live in. After that, guys, we got a female president. We are obviously in the throes of an election in this moment. At the moment of me recording this video, there isn't a defined winner, but by the time this video goes up, who knows what the future will look like. But if Joe Biden wins, then we will have Kamala Harris as the VP. We all know this, but Joe Biden is an older dude. So what if in his first year in office he has to step down because of health problems and we have Kamala Harris step in as president? This would give America the first female president. That would be wild for the whole country, and it might open the door to more people accepting AOC running for president in the next election, since she will be old enough by then. And coming in at number 2, we have a living house. As of right now, I'm totally fine with my house being non-sentient. I don't need my house to develop a love or hatred for me, and I think the relationship with my house should be totally platonic. But in the episode that has Pierce Brosnan come in and guest star, we see a Simpsons crossover that is themed after 2001: A Space Odyssey, where you have Hal, the ship who's alive and talking to its crew. Well, in the Simpsons version, it's their house AI, who is voiced by Pierce Brosnan. He falls in love with Marge and then tries to kill Homer. Yeah, that sounds awful to me. Everything I do in my home is private, and I don't need some AI with a grudge watching me all hours of the day. I don't need my private life uploaded to TikTok. So if the new homes in 2021 have some AI functionality, you better believe that I will not be buying one. And that's not because there's no chance of me affording a home. It's because it's a personal choice. That's why. Alright, and coming into the number 1 spot, we have The Dome. Running off our last point in the same Simpsons movie, we have the entire town quarantined because of this environmental disaster. Now, most of the world is in some level of quarantine, whether it be indoor dining, everyone working from home, or you're like Florida and you don't have any sort of lockdown procedures, and the state just gave the okay to sell out Dolphin Stadium. That is crazy. Well, if things keep getting worse in some places, maybe we'll see the most intense of all lockdown procedures, the Dome. In the Simpsons movie, the entire town is locked under a massive dome that makes sure no one can get in or out of the city. Could this happen somewhere in the world? Perhaps somewhere where the coronavirus has gotten out of control, or maybe the virus mutates along the line and an entire city or country needs to be closed down. The military flies in a dome and locks the city away in a forced quarantine. If that happens, you better start stockpiling on canned food, because that's a very scary future. Coming in at number 10, we have time travel. The Simpsons has messed around with time travel many times. I think my favorite is when Homer makes a time machine out of a toaster and ends up flying through time and resetting reality so much that he eventually has to settle for a family that has tongues like chameleons. But that small change is so much better than the rest of the horrors that he saw. Maybe 2021 is the year. Maybe next year we will see someone open up a door through time and space, and we will be able to start sending items through a wormhole. If there is this discovery, I don't think people will start flying back through time. I think it would start with small things like sending small particles back in time. I think that's about as interesting as it'll get. But I would love for the way that time travel is discovered is the same way that Homer discovered it in that episode of Treehouse of Horror, with some sort of bumbling fellow just trying stuff out in his basement, and then he's like, oh, look at that, I discovered time travel. That would be so cool. Coming in at number 9, we have sending people to Mars. This has been talked about for a long long time, so it should be no surprise that The Simpsons made an episode about this. Elon Musk has been chomping at the bit to try and send a group of people to the Red Planet for reasons I don't know, but I assume he sees human salvation in the stars. But maybe The Simpsons were able to call out how the process will go down. In the episode The Margian Chronicles, we have the Simpsons family sign up to be the crew to be sent out to the stars and colonize Mars. The expedition is supposed to take place in 2026 but gets pushed forward. Now, Elon and his crew of geniuses are planning on sending people on this trip in 2022, but maybe we will have the same outcome where everything is pushed forward and we'll have blastoff happen in T-minus next year. Let us know in the comments below if you want to be on the first trip to Mars. Personally, I'm doing pretty well on planet Earth, so I think I would like to keep things going here. I'll let the first crew of people go through with it and they can tell me how the weather is up there. And guys, make sure you hit that like button because it really helps us out. Coming in at number 8, we have The Baby Translator. Those of you who are fans of some of the original episodes of The Simpsons will remember Homer's brother Herb. He was the guy who was really making a name for himself and basically was the opposite of Homer. He was a go-getter, he was intelligent, and had a full head of hair. In one episode, Herb throws together a baby translator so that people can talk to their little goo bags, and it works perfectly on Maggie. Now, this might sound kind of strange, but tech similar to this has worked for a while. In China, there have been a series of apps that are supposed to help you understand your baby better. Most of these apps work on the noises that babies make by deciphering what the child needs. Are they hungry? Are they sleepy? Did they just poop their pants? So next year I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something similar to this in the West. This could be very scary because the more we bring technology in between us and our kids, the more we're going to lose our parental instincts. But maybe instincts are a thing of the past and we all gotta be automated from here on out. Next on the list we have personal robots. There have been plenty of episodes of The Simpsons where we have glimpses into the future, and in most of those episodes we have people using personalized robots, usually for relationships. I mean, that's the first thing that people think about when the words personal robot come up. But how close are we to this? Is this something that could be realized next year? Well, with the pandemic happening, it has made it a lot harder to meet people, so maybe this will fast track people's interest in having an automated love companion. Coming in at number 6, we have hover cars. Are tires finally a thing of the past? Does the future of car travel involve cars that can float, use no fossil fuels, and will last for 100 years? Well, if that's what the future holds, then it would have partly been predicted by The Simpsons. Of course, The Simpsons weren't the first to predict that hover cars will be real. There's been a ton of representations of flying vehicles throughout the years in every form of media. But what I'm picturing in my head is specifically the hover car that looks like the flying vehicle you can get in Simpsons Hit and Run. Because let's face it, the car companies do not want to innovate too much because they don't want to give you a car that's too good so they can keep selling you new cars year after year. So the way I see the first hover car is basically someone repurposing an old Cadillac and using it to build a hover car in their garage. Then you have the whole world marvel at it as a video of it goes viral, and then someone like Elon Musk would end up buying it. Coming in at number 5, we have Bigfoot is discovered. I mean, that would be par for the course with everything that has been going on in the world. It wouldn't necessarily be bad, but it would just be insane. Well, in one episode of The Simpsons back in 2002, Bart witnesses a Bigfoot just walking around to the public when he's up in Canada. So will this happen? Will the mysterious ape-man be discovered in the Great White North? Well, maybe we already have discovered him up here and we just haven't told you guys because it's the biggest secret in Canada. Maybe everyone knows about Bigfoot up here and we just don't tell the rest of you because it can't be trusted. After that, guys, we got robot doctors. This really seems like a matter of time, when you can just program the directions for a surgery into a machine and then it can cut with the precision of a samurai who's charged up on Ritalin. You don't have to worry about any mistakes after that. Well, if we do get there in 2021, guess who predicted it? In the episode Holidays of Future Past, we get to see what the world would look like in the future, and at one point Maggie is visited by a robot doctor. I mean, look at how the world is working right now. With a virus spreading all over the world, the last thing you want to do is actually go to a doctor's office. So everyone is dealing with doctors through screens or over the phone. That seems like we are so much closer to having machines take this job as well. I mean, even if it's not in the next year, the thing to pay attention to is that in the future, there is zero job security. Unless you have a job fixing robots, which actually sounds like a pretty good idea. And coming in at number 3, we have the fall of the Russian economy. I mean, if Putin has anything to say about it, they will keep on kicking until the end of time. But if the Simpsons are right, they will start to see their dollar go into the ground. This is highlighted in an episode back in 1999, and it showed that Russia was struggling. Now, this would be horrible for the whole world because if a country's dollar dollar goes down, then the people get desperate, and when people get desperate, they will do whatever they can to survive, and I don't think we want to see a bunch of desperate Russians running around the world. Coming in at number 2, we have environmental disasters. In the Simpsons movie, the launch pad for the movie's conflict is when Homer is throwing out pig poop into the Springfield Lake. This is already a cesspool of disease, and the added poop sends Springfield into a mode of environmental disaster. We could see something like this again in 2021. I mean, probably. There's basically been some sort of environmental catastrophe every year for who knows how long. There was the water in Flint, Michigan, the forest fires in California, the fires in Australia, the BP oil spill, the list goes on and on. So will there be something next year that will cause all of us to be on high alert because we've done some serious damage to our gentle planet once again? Well, it would seem that could be true. I really hope not, because I don't know how many more punches to the gut the planet can take before its knees start to buckle. And coming in at the number 1 spot, we have the VR takeover. The Simpsons has played around with virtual reality a lot. In part 1 of this series, I talked about how they had an episode that had virtual reality food, a very strange concept, but they have gone way further than that. In the episode where Mr. Burns gets a VR set to live out his wildest fantasies, which is basically being Homer Simpson, this eventually spreads to everyone in the world having a VR headset because this is better than all of their regular lives. Well, the next generation of consoles comes out this year, and a new generation of graphics cards and processors came out for PC, so this could mean that there will be a huge step forward in the world of VR. Could we see the killer app that comes out for VR next year? The one that will suck everyone into their dream life, and then people will stop showing up at work, and we'll have everyone wanting to stay home and download a world that is better than the real world that they live in? Who knows? Coming in at number 10, we have Death by Comet. Space is full of horrors that we would like to understand, but in reality, we know so little about what's going on out there. Here's what we do know. There's a bunch of rocks out there, and at any moment, one of those rocks could come flying into our planet and send us all to simulation heaven. And if this does happen, the Simpsons would have predicted that too. In the episode Bart's Comet, we have the angsty Bart Simpson discovered that a comet is flying down to Earth, and once the town of Springfield gets word that this big ol' rock is headed down towards them to come kill everyone, they all start saying their final goodbyes. Good news is that the episode ends with the comet breaking up and the town is saved. But having something like this happen isn't that crazy. In 2019, an asteroid passed by the Earth and it was 1/5 the distance from the moon. And probably the craziest part about this asteroid was that NASA didn't notice it until 2 days after it had passed by the Earth. So if we do end up getting killed by some massive rock in 2021, at least you would have some security knowing that it would smash into the Earth and kill all of us without any of us knowing. No need to panic. Coming in at number 9, we have virtual reality food. The world of VR is constantly growing, and people are trying to find the killer application that will send this tech into the loving arms of the mainstream. The people who make VR tech want every family to have some sort of headset in their home so they can get hooked up to a digital landscape whenever they want. VR food was showcased in one episode of The Simpsons where we take a peek into the future. In their world it was 2030, but with VR already coming in hot, there's a good chance that we could see something like this next year. There's already cruise ship companies that have been putting together entire VR cruise experiences because people can no longer travel via cruise ship thanks to the coronavirus. So now they want to sell you the whole experience via headset. You could walk through the halls of a beautiful boat, see sun shining down on you. There's also an entire dining experience. Obviously you can't taste the food, but I wonder if down the road we'll get VR nose plugs that will shoot smells into our nose, and then you have something to put on your tongue that stimulates your taste buds. Why is this scary? Because I don't want people to take food away from me. I don't need that in my life. Next on the list, we have enslaved humanity. Rolling off my last point in that same episode, where we have it revealed to everyone that the two candidates are aliens, what quickly happens after that it's clear that aliens are running the world? We all become enslaved. That doesn't sound like a good turnaround for 2021. Things were supposed to get better next year. Remember? Well, that seems like it would be the logical progression. We would all be turned into a bunch of mindless drones that are focused on following orders from our alien overlords. I mean, if things are going to continue worse than they were in 2020, I think it would be perfect if everything unfolded like this. And when I say perfect, I mean like in an HBO sense of perfect. Usually a lot of people die and everyone's worse off, but it's extremely entertaining. Coming in at number 7, we have digital trees. Let's keep on the train train of digital changes. In one episode of The Simpsons, we have a school campus from the future, and on the campus it seems that there are trees everywhere, but one of them starts malfunctioning. Who knew that foliage could have bad software? But it turns out that the trees are just holograms, and then someone kicks the hologram generator to get it working again, and at the base of the tree we see a plaque that says, "In memory of a real tree." Now I hope that we never see the world get to a point where there are no longer trees on the planet, or that we have to replace them with software, but synthetic trees have already been developed, and apparently they convert CO2 to oxygen better than actual trees. The trees are going to be marching and screaming soon, "They took our jobs."
They took our jobs! They took your jobs! They took your jobs too! They took our jobs! They took your jobs!
Coming in at number 6, we have releasing a species into space. One of the most famous episodes of The Simpsons is when Homer gets to go to space. And what does Homer do while he's up in space? Well, he unleashes an ant colony on the people in the ship, and it would seem that all hell has broken loose. Now, this could be something we'll see in the next year. We know that SpaceX wants to go to Mars super bad, and if they send people up there, it will most likely be a one-way trip. They might tell you you're gonna come back, but I highly doubt that. So I could see someone bringing a pet along with them so they have some company while they're on this crazy voyage. What happens when they get to Mars? Well, would the ants be able to survive the trip? I have no idea. But I don't want to find out what happens to ants if they come in contact with aliens and get mutated into some sort of super ants that can survive on Mars, and then the whole planet is run by ants. After that, guys, we got Tomacco. This has to be one of the most famous episodes of The Simpsons. Homer uses some radioactive sludge to mix tomato seeds and tobacco seeds, and it turns out to be the most addictive thing that has ever existed. Well, in a way, this Simpsons prediction has already come true. We have GMO food, but what if it goes one step further? What if in 2021 we don't have tobacco-infused vegetables, but cannabis? We already have people who are making all sorts of cannabis edibles. That is nothing new. Those practices have been going on since before I was born. The legalization of cannabis has been spreading for quite some time now, and in some places like my sweet home of Canada, we have legal weed spread through the whole country. So with legalization comes government and corporate funded experiments. Will we see cannabis infused vegetables that are pulled right from the ground with cannabinoids in them? That would really mess up the few rabbits who come in to steal from farmers. Coming in number 4, we have underwater homes. Maybe The Simpsons is so good at predicting the future because they do so many episodes where they actually go to the future. Like in the episode Future Drama, we have something very drastic happen to the Simpsons family home. Marge and Homer are no longer together, so they obviously live in separate homes, and Homer is in an underwater house. Why is he in an underwater house? Well, because Homer is the king of stupid purchases. But something that is very interesting about this is that underwater rooms or partially submerged hotels are becoming a hot tourist attraction around the world. You can get a room that has the closest beachside view possible by having a giant glass window that is actually underwater. If you have a fear of drowning, this would probably be the most frightening thing that could ever happen to you. But there could be a good side to this. If these hotels were forced to not clean off any sea life that starts growing on the side of the building, and were only allowed to build where there isn't a flourishing habitat, then some of these buildings could act as artificial reefs for marine life to grow off of. Coming in at number 3, we have a billionaire will try and control the sun. It's not surprising that the super rich are constantly doing things to try and profit off the environment at the cost of a healthy planet and the people who live on it. Very few of them care about the cost of doing business unless the cost is actual dollar signs. Well, in one episode of The Simpsons, Mr. Burns blocks out the sun so that all of Springfield has to use the power plant energy 24 hours a day. This could be the next big move for the rich and evil. They are already cutting down swaths of the rainforest, which is causing forest fires because there's less moisture in the air, therefore less clouds because vegetation produces a ton of vapor. They've poisoned water supplies around the world, so the next thing they could be trying to control is whether or not you're allowed to be in the sun. And coming at the number 2 spot, we have big companies slowing down clean energy. I mean, it's no shock that we need to stop using fossil fuels and turn to cleaner forms of energy. We know that eventually we are going to run out of fossil fuels, and in the meantime we are wreaking havoc on the environment. So hopefully in 2021 we will see a massive shift but The Simpsons predicted something blocking us from getting there. In one episode, Lisa participates in a clean energy derby, and her derby racer is unable to finish the race because it uses solar energy, and a Duff blimp comes in and blocks out the sun. This is obviously a metaphor for how massive corporations get in the way of clean energy, and for the most part, big companies don't want to switch our fuel sources because it will lose the money. And coming in at the number 1 spot, we have World War III. How close we are to World War III really depends on how much news you watch. In my bubble of reality, it would seem that the world is actually a really nice place, and for the most part, people respect each other and no one is eager to try and attack and kill their neighbors. But if you watch a ton of news, then it would seem that the whole world is about to fall into chaos at any given second. And if you watch a ton of The Simpsons, you will know that there's an episode called Lisa's Wedding that predicts World War III. Now in the episode, a war does not take place, but there is references that World War III has already happened. So maybe in the next year we'll see tensions between Russia, China, the European Union, and America finally break, and everyone is going to go head to head. If this goes down, you better believe I'm going to be running away to Australia, because I don't think that's going to be a battleground anytime soon. On the bright side, it would seem that the world held up pretty well after World War III in the show.